steroids are okay, but celebrity and popularity wise, I think that was a really good era for
Oh,
baseball, bro.
they need to bring steroids
That
back.
was because
Yeah,
you got to think. I knew I'm a
He said they
casual
need to bring
baseball
it
guy,
back.
they need to bring steroids
but
back.
facts, but because think about it, I'm a casual baseball fan, but I can name those. I can name the McGuires, the Sosas, the Bond. I can name that era.
Roger
But
Clemens.
now I couldn't name like minus Trout, and I probably could squeeze a few more
Fernando
names, but I
Tatis.
can't
Stanton.
really
You
name
know, you know Stanton.
Stanton. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
do Trout, Stanton. Like I'm saying, I can squeeze some names, but not like I could back then. So I'm saying, I think that era was probably like a golden era, if you will. I know the purists won't like that, but I mean,
Yeah, but
they
see,
need to
this is the
bring it
thing
back,
about the
bro.
purists. This the thing about the
Bro,
purists. They liked it back when it was happening. Now they want to be holier than now, and that like, oh, it's just the worst thing, and keep all these guys out. Bro, like it would be different if just the hitters was doing it, but the pitchers was doing it too, so it was even to me. You
it's
know what I
even,
mean? Like it was even. So
bro.
it's like,
Nah,
I
here's the
don't.
thing about here's the problem about baseball, man. And you can go ahead and clip this. A lot of people not gonna like this. I don't care.
Well, I like. Let me put both of them in. I
Yeah,
like that when he
because
talked like this.
here's my problem with baseball. First of all, it's a predominant white sport. That is, baseball is their
Mhm.
pride and joy. And let's be honest, white folks don't like change. They don't like adjusting. They don't like they like things the way it is all the time. So whenever like you look at baseball, whites is so behind in so many things, and all their little unwritten rules and stuff like that. If you go to sports that has more diversity, you never have that problem. And that's why they're kicking baseball's ass. That's why they're kicking golf's ass. Reason why golf is relevant is because of Tiger Woods. Let's be honest, black guy.
That's a fact.
So
That's a fact.
let's be honest. You know
he
what I'm
talking
saying?
right now. We talking
So
spicy.
yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, there are white folks that are playing like that do want change and stuff like that. But you got that little goody boy system because all those old rich white folks, and then of course it trickles all the way down, bro. Because even if you like listen, like I'll say even like politically stuff, dude. Like baseball's totally different, bro. How they act and see things and how they react compared to basketball and football, man. And if you really look at it, like if you look at sports like football and basketball, they were struggling because they had a lot of white players and everything. And now, I mean, look at it now. There ain't no white players in those sports. Well, not many. And guess what? They're thriving. You got baseball, got all these white players that don't want to, I mean, and it's the fans. The fans don't want to change. They don't want to adjust. Oh, we want things our way. And it's like, bro, y'all dying. Like, y'all dying off. Like, you guys are 60, 70, 80 years old. Y'all are dying off. The guys, like, the future of baseball are in these 20-year-olds, these 10, these 30-year-old, folks. And the old white folks don't want to change, bro. The older
I even kind of talked to you about. I remember you had a conversation because I was on YouTube and I went down the rabbit hole and I started seeing unwritten rules of baseball videos and like you would get hit by a pitch if you flipped your bat or you can't
so
even stare at
stupid.
the ball too long when it's going. I'm like, wait, like imagine if LeBron dunked it and then just like no, I want to see him we want to see that.
Yeah,
So
or
you can't.
Zion dunking it and can't flex,
Yes, he can't
because
do that afterwards.
but I think it's American white folks because
Yeah, no,
soccer is
that's
the
what I'm saying.
biggest.
American white folks.
Yeah, yeah, soccer is the biggest sport, and they do nothing but celebrate when they
Yeah.
score.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they,
The whole
but
game
they and they
stopped so they can
and they
celebrate.
thrive. That's like the biggest sport in the world. And
Yeah.
so I look at baseball how I look at like church and school. It's too stuck. It don't want to bring in the youth, get youthful ideas. That's why, like all the youth leaves their old churches and stuff and never come back. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like they go for these like youthful thinking churches or youth That's how I look at baseball. I look at baseball like an old school church, yo. Like it
Yeah.
don't ever want to change. Like, oh no, you can't come with that new school thinking over here. Like that's why I love that commercial they did a couple years ago at the beginning of the season. I remember I sent it to you. I was like, when King Griffey was in it, he was like, "Let the kids play." I'm like, "Yeah, let
Yeah.
these boys play, man. Bring
Yeah.
that emotion, that celebration. Like, believe it or not, fans want to see that. That's highlights on YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
for the longest time, they just started doing that though. But for the longest time, baseball wouldn't allow their highlights to be on YouTube. They would flag any channel that used to do.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah. They just now started allowing that. You know how House of Highlights and all that do for
Yeah.
basketball and
Hmm.
football. They didn't used to allow that for the longest time.
That's
And
crazy.
and now
I
they're
didn't know
doing
that.
it, but it's like, bro, you're dying. You're already dying off, and people not paying attention. You know, like